Go to the phone, and Joe Giacalone, our friend, is on the line. Former NYPD Sergeant. Joe, you hear me?
Yes, I can, Maurice. How are you?
We're hanging in there as we watch this. So what do you make of what you've seen the officers do, and what do you think the next step is here? 2 hours, 10 minutes, they're taking windows out. It appears they're giving him less real estate upon which to climb.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't look like they're going to wait for him to tire out. They might have to remove some more windows because he might change his position and go on the wall to his right. So that's something that they have to be aware of. I'm sure they're already thinking about that. You know, I'm sure you and everybody else, we get tired just watching him climb. So we can imagine how difficult this is. But, you know, I mean, we talk about the backpack, of course, you know, it could be just supplies, but it could also be a banner. We've seen that before in New York City, right, where people climb a building and then they hang a note, and considering it's the Trump Tower, you know, you can't probably, you could probably speculate it has something to do with politics. So, you know, they're taking their time. You know, they're not rushing it because, God forbid, the police rush it and, you know, he slips and falls, and that could be a major problem.
Joe, what do you make of the way they've handled it so far?
Well, yeah, just like everything else, this is textbook. You know, you use all the time in the world to negotiate. And like you had Jack Cambria on before, one of the best hostage negotiators that the NYPD's ever had. And, you know, he said, you know, you got to take your time. You got to talk to him. You got to open up that line of communication. And you got to build a rapport with him.
And as we just saw, Joe, I don't know if you just saw, they took out another large pane of glass. Looks like 3-4 stories above him. That would seem to be a good move.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying before, because this way it now prevents him from going to that wall to his right. So he's basically out of options now, because if he goes left, it's scaffolding, and he's got the windows above him now totally removed. And now, if you notice, he's now going towards the, you know, that caddy corner bit. So he's going to try to go through up that way. I have a feeling those windows will be coming out next.
And Joe, what kind of, I know, again, this is just such careful work for the ESU officers, but with this vantage of 2 open paned windows, no panes there, and we see all of the officers there, any idea, like, do they put some sort of hook? Do they, I mean, how do you get this man safely if he's right there?
Well, I mean, if they're going to grab him, and that looks like what the plan is, the officers, whoever's going to be grabbing, will be, you know, hooked into a pillar or something inside the building. Because, you know, as you know, you're taking on somebody's weight, 160 pounds or whatever it may be, plus whatever he's got in the backpack, and you don't want to, you know, go out the window with him. So this is, yeah, this is a very dangerous move for the police department, but they are the best and trained in the world. So they seem to know what they're doing, and now they're just waiting for him.
How concerned are you about him falling? Because as Jack Cambria told us before, you know, if something goes bad, something goes wrong, liability issues are very real here. If he gets hurt or worse, you know, if they tried to get him, this could work out badly. So how much of a concern is that?
Well, it's always a concern in the police department, you know, that you want to, you know, your job is to protect life and to make sure that everyone, you know, gets home safe. But you have a situation where, you know, he's a danger to himself and also all the people down below him. So the police department has to do something. I'm sure the fire department's working in collaboration with them and trying to figure out what's the safest course of action to try to get this guy, you know, off the window. But he apparently is on an agenda, right? He's not stopping, even though he sees the cops above him. He's still going.
And Joe, is it frustrating to watch this man? So many resources dedicated. He's been out there for some time. You know, resources, the emergency service unit could be doing other things right now. Is it frustrating to watch this?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is, think about the resources and the personnel that is being tied up on something like this. You just hope that nothing else is going on in the city that would require, you know, these men and women that are doing this now to be somewhere else. I mean, the police department does have a number of ESU people to cover everybody in the city, of course, but like everything else, you don't want to see cops tied up unnecessarily on what, you know, deemed to be more than likely just nonsense.
And that looked like he just took a sip there. He seems to have all kinds of energy, and he just tossed something. What that was, and hopefully nobody gets hurt with that one, but he just tossed it down below.
Also, could you tell us about, I mean, you know, this makes us think of the Spider-Man, the Alain Robert, and not using this type of equipment. How often do you see something like this?
Well, yeah, besides the Spider-Man guy, this is very rare. We just hope that, you know, it doesn't encourage anybody else to try this. I mean, this is something where, you know, tying up Midtown Manhattan traffic during rush hour too is just really causing a bigger problem. It also creates other safety issues for the people below, with all the traffic and what have you. So this gentleman is going to be charged with probably reckless endangerment too, as well as several other crimes.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how serious are the charges, and how much how much jail time can somebody do for doing something like this?
Well, I think they're going to, levy a number of misdemeanor counts on him, including the reckless endangerment part, where you're putting everybody's lives at risk.
Not a casual thing.
You're doing this in Manhattan, and they're going to be a little tougher on him. So,
right.
I mean, there's we just recently saw, remember the guys that jumped off the World Trade Center too,
Mm-hmm.
Right, but that wasn't, with the whole world watching live on television in the middle of the afternoon. I mean, so now we have some officers who are right there to his right in what looks like, can you guys tell, is that an open window? I think it is.
Yes.
So what would you say to him right here? What kind of language would you use, Joe?
Well, like I said, we want to, try to remain that open line of communication, but you basically have to figure out how to tell him that the gig is up. I mean, he's looking up now. He looks like he's engaging him. He looks like he's even shaking his head side to side like a saying no.
That's what we've been noticing all afternoon. They've been in communication. He was closer. They broke that first window. We saw him real close up talking to a first responder, to one of the members of the emergency service unit, and he just then veered to the left away from that window, but he has been talking to them all afternoon. Again, if you look to the left of your screen, you could see that window washer, that bucket, that scaffolding there. Someone's in there as well. So this man right now at this time seems pretty surrounded.
You think also just